You most likely clicked on this video for one of two reasons. One, YouTube recommended it to you, which I highly doubt. And two, the more obvious choice. You're just as curious as I am. I attempted to start New Game Plus, but the option only lets me skip ahead before the heist. So I started a new game, skipped ahead to Phantom Liberty, and chose the best life path, of course. Obviously choosing the more superior female V, I began customizing my bad. As I came across my eyes, I noticed I had a Sharingan mod installed, which made me think of how crazy I'd have to be to really do a challenge like this. Starting off, Songbird contacted me, and I took the time to use console commands to give myself perk points and attributes. As for playing Phantom Liberty, you should already have the exact perk points that you need. Maybe went a little overboard, but that wouldn't matter as much as if I'm only using a nail gun. And so it begins. I fast traveled to a penthouse I have yet to purchase, came up, and bought my trusty nail gun. Watching this back now, I didn't realize it said 3000 plus damage. So spoiler alert, this entire playthrough thought this nail gun was just bustedly OP, even for the hardest difficulty. But nope, this entire time, I forgot I edited the YAM file ages ago. And if you aren't aware of what that is, it's basically a file that gives you full control to change everything about the weapon as you so mighty please. I'm not ashamed to say that I spent 6 entire minutes buying clothes, or I'm not about to do the challenge without some sort of drip. Hate me if you will, but I refuse. Gina called me bitching about cyberpsychosis, and I took the time of her bitching to level myself up and my street cred. Fast traveled to Vic's clinic, only wanting to get a new cyber arm. Misty was worshipping the subscribe gods, so should you, and I maybe went overboard yet again with my cyberware. Finally back in Dogtown, I got blocked by an invisible wall when air dashing. Had my first aneurysm, if that's how you use that word, talked to Songbird, and we were officially off to start the DLC. Had to test my nail gun on this poor border guard, just trying to make a living. Let's just say he didn't give that 2-week notice. Gave this other guard shock therapy, did this clean barrel roll under this garage door, lifted this piece of scrap up, down, and turned on the generator. It quite literally took me an entire 8 minutes of back and forth looking just to find this piece of shit. Here's a clip of me if you think I'm bullshitting. Jacked in and overshot the platform, thinking I was dead, but it's time for me. Showed Songbird that I'm not a bitch at parkour, and I was eating around this time and somehow managed to misjump and fall to my everlasting demise. Had the bright idea on why don't I just jump the up there, and that's what I did. Changed the difficulty to very hard to make this more challenging for myself. Spoiler alert, it was not. Managed to get into Dogtown and smell the bad aroma of the black market area. It really does live up to its name. Fixed his old elevator, rode it all the way up, and tried to move out of the way so I wouldn't get hit by this big ass plane. That utterly didn't do shit for me, and I'm suing and labeling it as a hidden fly. Went down this industrial slide and used my ability to dash endlessly because vehicles are for pussies. But the vehicle gods must have heard me bragging and my game crashed. So dashing because I'm not a bitch. They thought I was about to fight them, but I kept dashing. Ended up on this giant crane and got distracted and thought I had fell to my demise yet again. And then I started lobotomizing people. We won't talk about my aim, as for the gun is doing most of the work on not allowing me to hit directly. Lobotomize more people. I noticed one survived, who was dealt with accordingly. One poor guard tried to hide from me. I thought I wouldn't find him, but sadly his Call of Duty tactics does not work on me. Escorted Rosalind out, plucked the tracker out of her neck in probably the most nastiest way possible. Songbird's magic did not work on this elevator, so I tried to use the magic of the appearance menu mod. That too did not work. I was embarrassed and I might have to move countries. Managed to hide from this big ass drone, found a vent that led us outside. I somehow managed to get caught, but reloaded a prior save. As for I was determined to beat this entire part stealthy. Don't ask me why. Made it to the bunker where she was moving slow as this gun's ability to shoot straight. Still managed to get caught, woke this big ass robot up. All shit broke loose, but I wasn't sticking around for that shit at all. Told me to run, bitch, I dashed out of there. Now it was time for the fight. I still somehow managed to not notice the amount of damage this gun did early on. Managed to kill this robot in probably the most funniest way possible, as my gun has a mind of its own. I guess we can say my gun really nailed it. That was funny, but only 6-dimensional beings would understand it. Got caught on camera, and this is my first time in my 1 millionth playthrough where I found out you can actually wipe the recording. Had yet another aneurysm, and I spent this entire time talking and thinking the elevator was going up. It was not. These guys somehow died, don't ask me why. Woke up and it was was just a bad dream. Changed her clothes for maybe someone down below would spot her and snipe her and make my life easier. But since I was siding with the FIA, I unfortunately had to be nice to her. Picked up the phone in a different way I didn't even know existed, got into the truck with Reed, and it was here I realized if you pick the right choice, you actually won't get ambushed. But it was also here I realized Reed cannot drive. No, seriously, just watch. He shook my hand in an abnormally intense way, trick shot at a drone, and a police officer looking at me funny. Disarm Alex. Honestly, would have preferred she kept a disguise on, but hey, that's just me. And I changed it back to daytime, for I didn't remember giving Badness for permission to be dark. Trick shot yet another guard. Met with Slider, tried to kill Slider, and Slider died. This gun was actually getting fun to use, but I guess it also gave me the ability to become Raiden, because every time I get shot, lightning shocks everywhere. I don't know what happened, I'm confused as you are. Thought it would be funny to steal Reed's vehicle until he fused inside of me, and that was awkward to witness. Did a couple gigs for hands. And went to the Heavy Hearts and parked in such a godly way you lower mortals would see it as a failure. Let myself in for the fact leaving guests at the door is rude. Realized someone damaged this beautiful car and it could have been anyone else that wasn't me. Drunk drove back to the bar, had my third aneurysm, and we went over the details. Nearly died underwater. Plenty of the game to think I need ladders to get up. Lobotomized yet another guard. Assisted Reed on the cameras, and upon coming out, these guards were already dead. Man, this keeps happening. That's oddly suspicious. Had a stroke trying to see through this. Killed another guy that wasn't with the nail gun, so challenge technically failed. Reed got caught and started speaking French because who is we? Entered the Black Sapphire. It was here when I realized I was under Genjutsu. Put Kurt Hansen in a suit where he should be dressed appropriately for his own party. Talked to a distorted Songbird. This must be the side effects of the relic. We both agreed Songbird was on bullshit. She somehow became sentient while I was changing her clothes. We were robbed of another romance option. He threatened me, so I killed all his men in the lobby. Tried to get on here. Whoever put this weapon up here, you can go to hell. Ended some lives. Tried to get the encryption key, but failed. But my V's, that net runner bitch. So I actually succeeded. This man interrupted me talking to myself, so I killed him. This bitch Songbird thought I was gonna feel sorry for her, but I'm still deciding to take her ass back to the FIA. Had a chat with Alex, danced with Alex, met with Farida. She peeled my face open like a goddamn banana. Always knew I was an android. Scanned for cars, and this man got hit and somehow survived. You would have thought we entered the back rooms the way we crashed. Met with Hanson, and yet he was still underdressed, this time with no feet. We sat down, and I just said fuck appearance. Speed ran this interrogation. Alex got killed, although this would have been the best time to grab something and stick in the back of Songbird's head, but okay. Changed my clothes because I refused to die undressed like a bitch, and I was airing motherfuckers out. Yeah, remember earlier when I said I didn't notice the gun did over 3,000 damage? Yeah, well it was at this time I noticed. But it was already too late. We were deep in the devil's ass, and we can't turn back now. My gun wanted a cameo in every goddamn scene. Watched Songbird get nabbed, and forgot I installed this beautiful rocket ship mod. That would be the last beautiful thing I'd see for the next couple of hours. Got by Max Stack, then back, Songbird crashed out. These people recording thought this shit was sweet, so I expunged them from existence. Went down deeper into the devil's asshole, and as soon as I touched down, I hauled ass. Saw her memories, spreaded these doors like some ass cheeks. This bitch shut me out, and probably witnessed the most terrifying moment this game could ever offer you. Nearly got lobotomized myself, but you cannot lobotomize the lobotomizer. Went pussy mode and used photo mode to find this damn robot. And this robot appeared in probably the worst possible way any man can agree with during a horror game. I'm gonna leave this here just to show you how much I was holding my breath in real life as if it was gonna actually jump off the screen and kill me.
Terminal's fried. Fixable though. Just getting might be enough for one shot.
found another terminal and I thought I was fucked because I felt it. As soon as the doors opened, I ran for my goddamn life. Have to admit, this looks pretty damn cool. Had to destroy 6 of these damn subsystems, and this bitch ass robot spent the block on my ass once again. And after all that hiding and scavenging, it still found me. Speed ran Songbird's memories for this still getting sent back, say with me, to the FIA. Oh yeah, nah, hold up. That's better. Took her back alive, got my medal because these fucks are cheap bastards. Talked to Reed and watched him walk into the sunset, and I was officially, yet unofficially, able to be Phantom Liberty with the nail gun. Not really, but you get my point. It still happened. I don't care.